Market data for March is out. We're going to take a look and see if the lockdown is affecting the real estate market here on the Big Island. Coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? Dylan Onaka here with the Buy Big Island market update for March. So, of course, the thing that we all want to look at is what is the effect on the COVID-19 lockdown on the market. And so far, we'll take a look at the data in Kona and on the Big Island in general. There is a little bit of an indication that the market is slowing down. It obviously will, but we got to keep in mind that most of the sales that happened in March went into escrow in January and February. So it was prior to the lockdown, and it was more a matter of people just staying the course and closing on the properties that they had already been in escrow on, or if they had pulled out. And we definitely saw some cancellations. And if you talk to mortgage brokers or escrow folks or anybody in the real estate industry, there's definitely cancellations in March because of what was going on, people not being able to get here, people just feeling uncertain. So a lot happened in March, but really the numbers for April next month are going to be much more indicative of what the true effects are on the market based on the COVID-19 lockdown and the reduction in travel and all the things that went along with it. So we'll get into the numbers and compare the market numbers in Kona for March versus March of 2019. And if you look at the housing market just for homes, the current units was down to 18% to 47 homes. That's still around where homes sell every month, but it definitely was less than a year before. So the house market definitely, you can see there was a reduction. We've been seeing that kind of go up the last few months, and then it took a step back this month, and volume followed that down 43%. Median price was still up though, interesting enough, 13% to 745,000. The median price for homes in Kona was up, and then average days on market was up 20%. So the homes that sold took a little bit longer to sell. That doesn't necessarily mean that the lockdown had anything to do with it, because those homes went under contract back in January or early February. And then the final list is sold price on 95%, up 1%. That's about the same as it always is. So no big change there. Condo market, same thing. The number of units sold was down 18%. The volume was down 49%. The median price was down 15% to 318, and then average days on market was also down a little bit, but still hovering around where it normally is. In addition to final list of sold price at 94%. So definitely the volume in units was affected and has already started to slow down. And then on the land side, all over the place, that's more affected by large purchases. So we'll skip over looking at that in too much depth, and then go to the Big Island market in general. So interesting, Kona is that transient second home market, and more affected by something like this, where someone from the mainland may pull out because they can't get here or are uncertain about the market. But the Big Island in general, most of the other areas in the island, you do have more resident buyers, local buyers and sellers. And so if you look across the board, the same type of effect in Kona wasn't necessarily felt on the rest of the island. And definitely in the homes market was still strong, up 12% to 235 homes sold across the island. Dollar volume was only up 2%, but still up. Median price was up 9% to 415,000 island wide. And then average days on market was also up, so it took a little bit longer to sell this year than last year. But final list to sold price at 93% was exactly the same as it was a year ago. And the condo market, which again is driven by that Kona Waikoloa market more than anything else, where most of the condo sales happen, followed the Kona trend, being down 8%, and the units to 65. Dollar volume was also down 24%, but median price was up. So what did sell for higher than it sold for last year. So 425,000 for the median price, and then the average days on market at 91. Days on market was about the same as it was a year ago, just up 3%. And then average days on market, average final list to sale price was 92%, so about the same as it was last year also. On the land side, this data is skewed by like four really crazy outliers. There was some $4 million, $6 million lots that sold for like 30% of what they were listed for. So if you look at the final list of sold price at 70%, that those outliers, which should be removed from the data set, skewed that. So it's not a real accurate number. but the number of pieces of land that sold was about the same. It was down 4%, but about the same as it was a year ago. Dollar volume was down a little bit, 10%, but still pretty close to what it was a year ago. And the median price, we've been seeing that go up lately, but it was down compared to a year ago to 28,000. So more lower end stuff sold, and there was a lot of those $5, $7, $10,000 lots that sold across the island, which drags that median price down. And then average days on market was down 38%. So the stuff that sold this year sold a lot quicker than it did sell a year ago on the land side. And then I already addressed the final list of sold price at 69%. That's because there were some outliers of some really high end lots that sold for like 25, 30% of what they were listed for, which was odd. I don't know the backstory behind that, but it's definitely skewing the data. So, like I said in the beginning, this is gonna be much more illustrative next month in the April numbers when we see what the effect of the lockdown and the reduction in visitors has been. I mean, basically, we went from like 30,000 visitors a day down to absolutely nothing, 100, and so that's obviously what we need to be doing to control the spread of COVID-19. But that's definitely going to affect the market in general. And we've all felt the slowdown. I just saw a data point yesterday that the number of listings that are coming on have basically been cut in half. So like 50% the inventory that's normally on the market is on the market now. And so that's obviously going to also affect the market in general. So as everything continues to change day to day, obviously, it's hard to tell what the future will hold. If this thing clears up and things go back to normal pretty quickly, we could see a bounce back, but we definitely will see the true effects next month in the April numbers, and we'll get those out as soon as we have them. But as always, if you have any questions or you want to discuss this further, you can always email me at dylan@bybigisland.com or comment in the comments below, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook. And please do like the video and subscribe to YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. And we'll see you next month with the market data, and we'll see what that looks like. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next month. Aloha.